Okay, happy Monday morning to you. This is for practice 810. Okay, practice 810 is an extension of what you did on reteaching 810, and basically it tells you a couple different things in there. One, it asks you to do on 1 through 9, find each volume, round to the nearest cubic unit. Now remember, a cubic unit means the nearest whole number. So if something comes up like 7.9, it has to be rounded up to 8. Everything's in cubic units when you're doing volume. So that means instead of having a little 2 in the exponent, it's going to be the 3 on the exponent. So inches cubed, feet cubed, centimeters cubed. What I mean is this. If you have in inches, and you're talking about volume, cube means in cubic centimeters because it's going up and it has length, width, and height, okay, three-dimensional shape. So centimeters cubed, same thing. Feet cubed, same thing. This is all for volume, and only for volume, not for anything else, just volume we're working with right now. Now, as you go through these, they give you some rectangular prisms, they give you some triangular prisms, and some cylinders. Now remember, on the volume formula, find the area of the base, multiply by the height, and that's your volume. Pretty straightforward. Now, it's exactly like what you did on the reteaching page, but there's 12 of them instead of 5 of them. The last part of it is where it gets a little different. It's asking you to reach back, way back to chapter 2 and start thinking about things like your algebraic expressions. So, on numbers 10, 11, and 12, the last 3 on this page, it says find the height of each rectangular prism given the volume, length, and width. So they actually give you the information, and they want you to find the height. Now, if you know on a rectangular prism, you have to go length times width times height. So, volume for rectangular prism is length times width times height. Okay, so you've got the layout of that particular formula there. Now remember, this is only for a rectangular prism. And that's what they're dealing with on the bottom part of the page. Now, with that being said, I'm going to model number 10 for you. Number 10 says this: volume equals 122,500 cubic centimeters. So 1, 2, 2, 5, 0, 0 equals. So that goes in the volume spot. Then it tells you that the length is 50, equals 50, okay? And it tells you the width is 35, 35. But it does not tell you what the actual height is. So now I've created basically an algebraic expression. So if I multiply 50 times 35, I get a number. And then that's going to be times x. If I have that number, I'm going to have to divide both sides by it to break the x loose. Here's a quick refresher. I don't want to give this whole thing away to you because I want you guys to work with a little bit. Now, if I was to take, and you go all the way back to chapter 2 and try to remember this, if I was to take something like 3x minus 10 equals 20, all right, that sort of stuff. Add 10 to each side, gives me 3x equals 30. Okay, I need to get the variable by itself. So I'm going to do the inverse operation. That's that opposite thing where you're undoing it. But always remember, I got to balance that equation out. So whatever I do to one side, I got to do to the left side. So if I walked right over to you and poke you in the right eye, I have to walk right over to you and poke you in the left eye. All right? Why? Because we got to keep the balance in all things. Not because I want to put my fingers in your eyes. It's kind of gross. All right, so I divide by 3. I divide by 3 on each side. Okay? That's going to give me x over here, and it's going to give me 10 over here. This model is like what you did in chapter 2, the beginning of the year almost, like end of first quarter, long, long time ago. Heck, we're in the end of third quarter right now. This week is the end of third quarter. Then you'll be done. You'll start a brand new fresh quarter, the last quarter of the year. And one step closer to the end of the school year. Kind of weird given the situation that we have, but you know what I mean. Now, so back to our rectangular prism thing over here. This is very similar. It's kind of flipped in reverse. So let's say I rewrote it to match that side over there. I would write 50 times 35 times x equals 122,500. Of course, it couldn't give me small numbers to work with on number 10, right? So this looks very similar to some of the other stuff. So multiply 50 times 35 gives you a number. That's going to be whatever that number is times x equals 122,500. So I divide both sides by that number, and then it gives me x equals. All right, pretty straightforward stuff. This should serve as a quick refresher and reminder. If you're just coming into this and have never seen this before, it might be a little different. but you guys have seen this. I went through this with you earlier in the year. You got to cast your memory and mind back a little bit, okay? If you're getting stuck on remembering how that works, remember the reteaching page went over it with you too. As always, you can email me questions and I'll reply and respond back as much as I can, as quick as I can. I have to be honest, I'm on that computer a lot. Emails back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The assignment that I posted today for practice 810 is not due tomorrow, so look at the due dates on CavNet. I'm usually giving you guys a day or two space in between them to try and make sure that you can have some time to get that done, plus your other classwork. Because I think everybody's working through things at a little different pace at home. Some people are just banging through things really quickly. Other people are just kind of slowly moving their way through them, and I'm getting things turned in really late at night. Okay, remember, stick to a routine. Get up in the morning, have something to eat, maybe get a little exercise, sit down and do your schoolwork, okay? Take a break for lunch, take a break for snack in between when you need to, get a little more exercise in the afternoon, but get some sleep at night. Don't sleep in too late, don't stay up too late. Get in that routine, all right? I've tried to stick to that same routine myself. All right, now, I'll be back later today with some other information, probably for other units as we go through, and I'll be dropping videos and emails to different people during the course of the week, okay? Have a great day. Happy Monday. Oh, you know what? We should have a question of the day. But I can't think of one off the top of my head. If you know what I'm talking about, the question of the day, submit a few to me. I'll look at them on my email. If they're pretty decent, we'll put them up in the next video and see what some of the responses are. And then I might even read some of those responses out to you. I think everybody could use a good laugh every now and then. So question of the day, question of the day, question of the day. I don't know. Ponder up some good ones for me. Remember, keep them family friendly. Later.